Hey guys, I just thought I'd make a video. I'm having to do it on my phone because for some stupid reason, my computer webcam, I started recording a video and I went back and watched it and it was going and my voice sounded like that, so I have no idea why it's doing that. I had been making videos and putting them online like that. Now it doesn't work good. I don't know. Probably just gonna have to buy equipment one day if I'm gonna keep making videos and try to, you know, do something different. It's always something. So, you know. But the video I made that I was going to upload, and I hope y'all can hear it good enough. I apologize. But um, the video that I was going to make, um, and like I said, if y'all can't hear it good, tell me, and I'll, not do videos quite this way anymore. But the video that I wanted to make was basically on the issue of one of the things that I'm having now that I'm really struggling with, and it's the incel problem. It's not the incel problem, I should say. Like I said, I like to go by Forever Alone. I don't go by incel because, like I said, my problem is way past sex. If I just wanted sex, I'd just go out and get a hooker. But you know the reasons why I don't want to do that. I don't want to get an STD. I really have no desire to do that at all. That's never been something that was really desired by me. Um, I always wanted somebody to love me, to want to sleep with me because they were attracted to me. I shouldn't say not love, but that was attracted to me. I didn't want somebody to sleep with me because they didn't want me, because I paid the tab. Um, but of course, I always thought it was morally wrong, so that was always out the window and still is. I have, even now, I don't have any interest at all in doing that. But one of the things that I'm having now that's really bothering me, guys, and I had never had this problem in my life, I would say until about the last 2 years. And it is the problem of wanting to have children and knowing now that that's not going to happen. Having a family. I'll be honest, guys. If I had been married before, which I mean, that would be, my life would be so different, But if I had been married and had one or two children, especially a son, I would love to have had a son. But if I had a son, I don't think I would even care about being married. And if I wasn't a Christian and I didn't care about being moral in any way, I would just probably have casual sex with women and maybe short-term flings. I would have no interest in getting married again, especially if I went through divorce, rape, and all that kind of stuff. I don't think I'd have any desire right now to do any of that. And to be honest, if I could have children probably without a woman, I'd probably do it, you know. Um, but I don't want to be alone. You guys know the reasons why. But I'll be honest. The children part, I had not had any desire to have a family or get married. I didn't have any of those desires for, I would say, most of my life until about, like I said, 2.5 years ago. It was never on my mind. Having children, I mean, it would cross my mind every once in a while, but it was never something that really bothered me or, it was so depressing. I just wish I had it. It was never nothing like that. And what's funny about me getting married and having children, I never had the desire to get married until just a few years ago either. I When I was young, and I never thought I would ever be married. That was one of the reasons I think I never thought of it, was for a multitude of reasons. And one of those reasons, I think, was that I never thought that it was possible for me too, especially before I became a Christian. Of course, I'm a kid. You're just not thinking of those kind of things when you're a kid. But it was never something that ever seemed realistic to me. Number one, I grew up in a one-parent household. My father died when I was 5. I never had a father, and I grew up with just my mom. So of course, she took care of everything. So you didn't see two parents. But it was that, and I think with my disabilities, not knowing I was disabled, I always knew something was wrong. Um, Never got diagnosed, never really got treated, but I knew something was wrong. And I think it was knowing that I'm not a normal person, that I'm not a normal child. I knew that probably getting married and having a family was something that probably wasn't going to happen. It never seemed realistic to me. And also, to show how strongly I just had no interest at all in doing that, and part of that I'm sure is by autism. Autistic people just don't care about being around people that much. And when I was younger, it was worse, than it is now. I mean, I didn't care about being around anybody. Just didn't give a crap, Um, and it's funny that when I became a Christian, and I really wanted to be a minister. I think I've mentioned this on some of my videos, but I wanted to be a minister. And I wanted to be a minister, very seriously, but I knew it's not required. I don't think that you should be married, but I've never seen a minister yet that's not married, unless his wife died or, we had one that his wife, oddly enough, divorced him. She, committed adultery and left him. But like I said, that's rare cases. That's the exception, not the rule. And most all ministers, of course, have children, or they're about to have children. You know what I mean? They're all in that process. So that was always worrisome for me. Of course, it never happened anyway, but it was always worrisome for me that, oh God, if I become a minister, what am I going to do? Because I'm not married and I really don't want to be yet. And I really didn't at that time. Would it have been different if I had met a woman back then? Everything was normal, and really we got very serious. I might have. It might have just been something I was denying myself because it never seemed realistic. But it was never something that I was just lurking for and crying every night in my sleep. That was not a problem. But now it is. I'm not crying every night, but it is bothering me. I'm the only one in my family, except my sister, that doesn't have children. Her situation is way different than mine. I think Brockzilla on my comments section wanted me to make a video on her. I may do that. Just my situation with her and my life with her. We're not close at all, and she is definitely the modern woman that Rollo Tomassi talks about. If you've ever read his book or any of his articles, The Rational Male Preventive Medicine, that is her. The stages of women, she's done just about exactly what that chart says. But I'll get to that in another video. Getting back to the marriage problem. It's always been something, like I said, that bothered me. That didn't bother me, I should say. It never bothered me, and now it is. And now I wonder if, let's say tomorrow I walk out and meet the woman of my dream. It's not going to happen, my situation right now, because I got so many obstacles. Benzo withdrawal, no money, COVID. I can't risk catching COVID because I could make my mom sick really bad again. She was very sick months ago. We just had somebody else that my mom knew that passed away from COVID. They were apparently in their 80s. I didn't know them, but it was somebody that my mom knew. And apparently they passed. So, this is still a severe risk. And I can't risk me catching it and giving it to her like I did the last time. It's just something I can't risk. I just don't know, guys. Let's say I got happy, I met a woman, I should say, tomorrow. Let's say everything was normal. I had a good job, blah, blah, blah. Went out, met a woman. We got married now. Not right now, but you know what I mean, like within the year, right? We got married. Is it too late to have a family at my age? I technically could probably do it, the sex act, sleep with somebody and get them pregnant. But is that logical to have a family? Am I too old? Would I be a senior citizen by the time my kids are old enough? It's just something that's really bothering me now. And I would love to have had kids because I'm the only one that doesn't. I'm the only one that has nobody, My sister married, I think I've mentioned that in videos, she married and she has him and a kid, so at least she does have a semblance of a family, even though it's not her biological child. My all my cousins got married. Actually, I need to take that back. I do have one cousin that doesn't have children, but once again, it's a her, and she's married, and they had a kid. You get what I mean? You know. My other cousin that I was close to growing up, he's married and has 2 kids. And my other cousin, who was kind of the alpha in my family, he's about the closest thing we had to an alpha. Uh, he's not married, but he was married, and he does have kids and grandkids. Long story. Might make a video on that sometime. But get what I mean. I'm the only one, you know. And I'm not going to say none of it's my fault, but most of it isn't. I had a lot of issues, man, that they didn't have to deal with that hindered me. Just like that's why I like the incel community. They give you plenty of reasons that there's many reasons you can be an incel besides just being ugly and stupid. Like that's not. There's lots of reasons especially a man, that a man can be an incel. Lots of reasons that he can be FA and incel. You know. It's so different for a man. But yeah, guys, I don't know, what do y'all think? I mean, even like I said, even if things were normal now, and they're not, I mean, it's going to be a while before that happens anyway, if it ever does. And it's just, is it too late? Should I just give up on that fantasy, or should I keep trying? What do you think? Is it just a fantasy, or is it something I should really strive for? I don't know. If I had children, I would really love them. You know, I would be there for them, but it just seems so late now. I don't know. I guess I'll let you guys decide. Let you guys decide. Yeah, y'all decide my life for me. I guess I'll let you guys comment and tell me what you think. I'd just like to know your opinions. I can't make these videos too long. It'll take them forever to upload now that I'm doing it on this phone instead of my computer. So, and I don't want to be on camera. I just don't want that now. But yeah, guys. I appreciate your comments. Thanks. Bye.